consecutively for a total of 4.5 years.
On March 11, 2020, in Arriba County, New Mexico, something absolutely shocking unfolded that would ultimately cost a sheriff his badge. Sheriff James Lujan astonishingly appeared at the residence of his close personal friend, former Española City Councilor Phillip Chacon, at the exact moment that multiple Española police officers had arrived to place him under arrest. The sheriff was actively attempting to shield his friend from being taken into police custody.
Yes.
Pull your people back. I'll bring him in.
Bring who in?
Phil Chacon? That's who you have a warrant for?
Right.
Pull everybody out. I'll bring him in.
I don't want to pull them out.
Huh?
I don't want to pull them back.
Excuse me? I'm not asking. I'm telling you. I will bring him in. Okay? We don't need to make this bigger than what it is.
The sheriff just pulled in, and he's asking us to pull back, and he'll pull him in. But he's been drinking. I can smell it on him. We're gonna need somebody. Huh? Yeah. And we need to pull somebody over here, somebody above me, because he's already pushing his weight around with me. So. Okay, the sheriff is here. He's trying to make us pull back, and he said he'll call him out, but we're not pulling back.
The courageous officer from the Española Police Department absolutely refused to be bullied or intimidated by the corrupt sheriff. However, her determined resistance wouldn't hold up for long, as the sheriff wielded his position of power to bring the arrest operation to a complete standstill.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
That's who you're talking to, right?
Yes, sir. Can you back off the scene for us, please?
No. I just told her I'll bring him out.
Okay.
He called me, okay?
Okay, we could do it back here.
Turn himself in.
We could do it back here, sir, if you can. No disrespect to you, but if you respect us, please, I'm asking you.
It has nothing to do about disrespect, okay?
So,
it has to do with bringing this to a peaceful end.
And that's what we're trying to do, sir. So if you could do it back here, if you could talk to him.
I am talking to him.
But I don't want to put you in the hot zone where you have all rifles down.
Dude, I told your sergeant, I told state police, he'll turn himself in to me.
Yeah, no, I know that for a fact.
The sheriff was severely intoxicated and stumbling drunk, and he was deliberately obstructing the path of the officers who were simply attempting to carry out their lawful duties. Just watch how he attempts to bully and intimidate them the moment they refuse his demands.
But he'll listen to me. He called me in here this morning to tow a truck, and I did. And he seemed okay. He was a little off, but he was okay. And Jacob was over here cleaning weeds and 2 other guys. So,
22, get off and I'm gonna take over. Front door.
His front door. His wife gave it to me. He's back here.
Hey, did you guys get a hold of D unit? Huh?
He says tell him to back off.
He's out his way?
I told him to.
That what again? Oh, okay. I'm standing in the front, just so when he gets here, I can escort the 41 to him. Okay. Yeah, we're all at the end. I'm standing at the end. Okay. Alrighty, thank you, dear. You got it. Okay, bye.
Following many hours of tense waiting, the officers ultimately succeeded in arresting Chacon, who finally surrendered after giving up. The sheriff swiftly vanished from the location, but his legal troubles were just getting started.
We'll go and get the warrant for you.
Okay.
Huh? He's still there. Yeah, he's bitching, complaining that the chief will let him on the scene. I said, I told you not to come. He goes, I didn't say I took it over. I said, yeah, you did. That you wanted you to get us off, and you said you'll take over.
So just keep recording.
I sure am. I'm trying to get a hold of JB. He's not answering his phone.
Shortly thereafter, the Española Police Department successfully obtained a legal search warrant for Sheriff Lujan's cell phone and showed up at the Sheriff's Department headquarters ready to execute it.
We just have a couple of search warrants for your cell phones. Your personal cell phone and one on your motorcycle. Those are your copies. Do you want it?
What case is this?
So that is in reference to stemming from the original charges.
Which one? The misdemeanor?
So that one.
You got a search warrant on a misdemeanor. Well, he has my personal phone and my work phone.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to stay there until I get it cleared to my attorney first.
Fair enough.
This case is already in district court.
This is a match warrant.
You understand that this case is in district court, right? Did you get a district court judge to approve it?
District court judges don't do search warrants anymore. They just don't. They put them all down to magistrate.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
They just don't do them.
The sheriff was stunned to learn there was a warrant for his arrest, especially since it had been signed by the district attorney, confirming he was in serious trouble. But once again, he stalled the investigation.
Stand outside of my office. I'm going in here. That's really bad, Ernest.
So,
Yeah, we just wanted to have the phones up here. Well, I have to go call my attorney from my office since he has my phones.
oh, okay.
And borrow your phone.
He has the warrants, they're signed, they're legal. It's a court order. I know you guys are just doing your job, but I don't want you guys in the middle of this. All we needed the phones, that's it.
Well, once he gets his advice from his attorney, we'll do that.
I got them. I don't know. You have your phone, his phones?
Yes.
Okay. Can I see him at least so I could give you that professional courtesy? Okay. So I don't understand with the legal order why he's fighting. If you have them, that's all we want.
The sheriff was absolutely stunned to discover there was an active warrant for his arrest, particularly because it carried the signature of the district attorney, which confirmed he was facing extremely serious legal jeopardy. But true to form, he immediately began stalling and delaying the investigation once again. Sheriff Lujan barricaded himself inside his private office for well over 20 minutes after locking the door from the inside. The Española officers remained outside, still awaiting any response, and their mounting frustration was becoming increasingly obvious to everyone present.
That's fine. You're probably going to get the phone, but wait until.
Well, as you know, Under Sheriff, it's not probably. There's a court order. You know, I don't want to. I really don't. I don't want to have to put anybody in cuffs. I don't. But if that's what I have to do, then I will do it. I don't want to do that. That's all I want. I want the phones. That's it.
I told you. You have your search warrant says to search me for personal phones?
He has the phones. He already told me he has the phones.
Okay. That's not what the search warrant says, does it?
Okay, so you want us to lock down the sheriff's office? Go ahead and call them back. You're gonna stay out here, sir. Stay out here. For what? Because no.
Roger.
Under Sheriff, you can go through the court system. We are. We're gonna lock down this building until he gives me those phones.
Really?
Yes, that's what the DA's office advised.
Really? Yeah. Where's that on paper?
As the sheriff persisted in his resistance and refusal to cooperate, the confrontation intensified dramatically. The officers issued a clear warning that they would completely shut down and lock down the entire sheriff's office building if he continued refusing to comply with their lawful orders.
You're going to stop me from leaving if I want to leave. Am I under arrest?
If we have to.
Am I under arrest?
Not now.
Get away from
Not
me.
now. Go back inside. We're gonna lock down the office. Please go back in the office. Seriously.
Don't touch. Back up.
You can go in the office, but
Back up. Don't touch. Don't reach. Back up.
Go inside. Because you're not certified, so.
Back up.
so we have to have somebody here.
Ultimately, the officers did successfully seize the mobile phones. However, what they didn't realize at that moment was that the sheriff had been using yet another phone as well for his secret communications with Chacon. Once they discovered how the sheriff had deceived and manipulated them, the officers returned with a full SWAT team to raid the sheriff's office once more, this time demanding he immediately surrender the additional phone or face immediate arrest.
Morning, sir. Executing search warrant. Sheriff Lujan.
Search warrant for him or?
For the building as well. I have no idea. It's house. But no, just stay here. No, I can't have you enter the scene.
You guys are fucked up, man.
You guys want to put him?
Let's get him on the opposite side of this truck.
Let's go on your side.
Cody?
Let's go on the
I can't
opposite
tell.
side.
Sir, let's walk over here.
Why is that, dude? That's messed up,
Let's
dude.
walk over here. Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get him on the opposite side of this truck.
Well, you got Tabitha over there.
Right here, right here, right here.
Not yet.
I got the press out here taking pictures of me in handcuffs.
The defiant and uncooperative sheriff was finally restrained in handcuffs, and it became crystal clear that he desperately needed an important lesson about not protecting criminal offenders or actively interfering with legitimate law enforcement operations.
Hold on, we have press.
Keep him up there.
sir.
Keep them out there.
Sheriff,
Go.
stop.
Stay out here.
Stop.
Jesus. Really?
You don't have to move. Just stand. Just stand.
Put him on the side of the truck. Put him on the outside of the truck.
It hurts.
They're loose, sir. They're loose.
No, they're not loose.
They're not even.
Sheriff, those are loose.
Stick your finger in there. Can you stick your finger in there?
Yes, I can.
Well, they hurt. Jesus. Can you take these handcuffs off? They hurt. They hurt. Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Well, yeah. Why do I have to have cuffs on? They hurt.
The sheriff still could have completely avoided being arrested and transported to the station. All he was required to do was simply unlock his phone and permit the deputies to search it as authorized by the warrant. But he understood perfectly well how severely he would be exposed and incriminated if he allowed that to happen.
Good. Judge Bowman, First Judicial. Okay. So this search warrant gives me the authorization to seize your phone. Okay. Search your phone. Okay. But it also gives me the authorization. So what I'm asking for you to do is unlock your phone, unlock it, give it back to me, and I'm going to remove the security settings. I don't want your passcode. I'm not asking for your passcode. I'm asking you to unlock the phone. Per the search warrant, you can read it if you want under number 2.
I will if I get a chance to talk to my attorney.
It doesn't work like that.
Marty,
this is not a negotiation.
Mira.
This is not a negotiation, Sheriff.
For yet another time, the sheriff attempted to delay proceedings and buy time by claiming he needed to contact his attorney first. But on this occasion, the officers absolutely were not going to go easy on this corrupt individual.
Right there. You can talk to your attorney when this is
I've
all done.
been asking.
When this is all done, you can call your attorney. But right now, we're trying to get you to comply with the warrant. The warrant stipulates exactly what we want. You give us that, we'll get the phone, we're out of here.
Now I'm under arrest.
You're
because
detained.
I am under arrest. I am in handcuffs. I'm not free to leave. I'm not free to leave? Am I free to leave?
No.
No. Then if I'm under arrest, I have a right to an attorney, correct?
You do.
I'm invoking my right to an attorney right now. Okay. Do you understand that?
So take him in.
Book me for
Booking. For obstruction. Obstruction. Booking.
I'm not obstructing.
Take him over here to our unit. Take him over here to our unit.
Over here, Sheriff. Over here.
Sheriff. They're gonna book me.
Really?
Look at this shit. Look.
Stop. Just walk.
The sheriff physically resisted exactly like any common criminal suspect would. This was behavior you would never anticipate or expect from someone holding his position of rank and authority. Despite his loud protests and aggressive pushback from his own loyal deputies, the officers moved forward with placing him under arrest.
That's not what you said. I'm telling you what the warrant stipulates.
I understand that.
I told you what the warrant stipulates. You have every opportunity to cooperate. You want to cooperate, you're going to jail. Have a seat, sir.
Just take me so we can do it.
I want to make sure you don't have any knives.
I don't have any knives. I don't have any weapons. That's my wallet.
What's it?
My keys to my truck. I don't have any weapons. Okay? I really don't. You took my weapon. As a matter of fact, you left it on the back of my truck over there. Did you get somebody to secure it,
We'll
please?
secure everything for you. Have a seat.
Can you move these to the front?
No, sir. Against department policy. Have a seat.
Well, it's tighter than hell. They hurt.
Sheriff, those are very, very loose.
Really?
Step out. Let me see if I can fix them. They're very, very loose.
The arrest situation nearly erupted into a dangerous blue-on-blue confrontation as the two law enforcement agencies engaged in a heated and tense argument immediately after the sheriff was finally taken away from the scene.
Okay, well, get out of here then. You're done. Get out.
We'll leave when we're ready.
You said you were done.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up right now. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. We're doing our law enforcement duties. That's it. District court signed it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so as soon as we're done, we're going to get out of your hair. Why are you calling everybody here to put them in
This is our
bars?
house. Well, right now it's ours. Right now it's ours.
We own the building right now.
Shut up.
Don't talk to me like that.
Shut up.
I don't work for you. Don't
Okay.
talk to me like
Shut
that.
up.
Easy,
Go over
easy.
there. Get that and let's go. Are we done in there? Are we done in there? Okay.
Do we have what we came for?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then go.
Following the seizure of the phone, investigators conclusively determined that he had actively assisted his corrupt associate, Chacon, which resulted in formal criminal charges of aiding a felon and intimidating a witness. It didn't require much time at all for the judge to hand down his sentence.
Arriba County elected you to be sheriff. They put their trust in you to uphold the law, and you let them down.
Yes, Your Honor, I try to do the best that I can to help everybody I can, and I in no way would want to.
The law is the law. You are not above the law, nor can you ignore the law when it serves your purpose. The sentences will be served consecutively for a total of 4.5 years, of which 3 years of imprisonment and 1.5 years supervised probation. You let down the people of Arriba County, and you let down the Sheriff's Department, the department that you led. What kind of example were you giving the people that you supervise?
The sheriff submitted his resignation via email Wednesday evening immediately after the guilty verdict. He now has an abundance of time to reflect on how carelessly he threw away both his badge and his entire career.